Hello, everyone, and welcome to Flickering Myth TV. My name is EJ Marino, and Alan Christian is joining me for a great discussion about multiverses. Oh boy, DC fans,
It's gonna be a good one.
you know multiverses. If you've been a fan of anything DC related, from Flashpoint to the CW shows to, God, even Batman v Superman teases them in a way. Like, this is a thing in our lives. Now, with Michael Keaton coming out as Batman, or potentially, we don't know, he should be returning for the Flashpoint Flash movie. The multiverse is now opened. We have opened the door for cinematic multiverses. The CW shows have hinted at it, like Ezra Miller's Flash came face to face with Grant. Almost had Grant Morrison. Grant Gustin's. Yes, Grant Gustin's Flash. That was a very big moment where we had.
Did they do that?
Yes, they did. It's cute. So if you guys don't know, if you didn't see the Crisis on Infinite Earths, there is a moment where both Flashes come face to face. There's a moment where Flash thinks, the Ezra Miller's Flash thinks this one is a fanboy.
The Flash? The Flash? The Flash? It's complicated.
So he's like, "Oh, I like your outfit. Do you want an autograph? Your cosplay is cool, bro." It's so condescending. So Ezra Miller. So yes, the multiverse is there in the DCEU. It's there in DC with Keaton coming back. This is crazy. Like, this is going to open the floodgates for. We kind of talked about it with the Michael Keaton episode. Does this mean Christian Bale will come back? No, because Christian Bale is a grumpy old man. Does this mean characters from Tim Burton's movie can come back? There's one we will talk about. How do you feel about DC opening up the multiverse in a cinematic level?
I feel great about it. Do whatever you want at this point. Like we said in the last video, that they're directionless. So just go in all of the directions. Who cares?
And, that's kind of what DC has done for a while. And I think most fans of comic books with other mediums is like, the TV shows are different than the video games, that are different than the comic books, that are different from the movies. I'm fine with that. So I can deal with 4 different movie universes at one time. We have brains that are bigger than people think. Like, if there's 2 different Batmans on the movies, I'm not going to get them confused. That's just, it's weird. Not maybe what you should be doing, but like, Robert Pattinson's Batman isn't affected by Michael Keaton returning to me. They literally do nothing. I know for the mainstream audiences, it's not going to be that way. It's going to get confusing.
It might puzzle some people, but I think at the end of the day, they just won't care as long as you make something good.
Yeah.
And don't ask them to care. Don't ask them to sort this out so much. Like, if it's might be a little confusing, maybe be a little on the nose with your explanations, but it's okay. I like the idea of them doing this. I like the idea of them opening this up, and I have tons of things that I want to see.
Okay, let me get my one thing. This is in the vein of this universe with Tim Burton's Batmans. I want Bruce to be married to Selena Kyle. I want Michelle Pfeiffer to return. I think I'm a big fan of the Bruce Wayne Selena Kyle relationship. There's just something about it. It's so cheesy and pulpy. There's just something there. Whoever wrote their marriage recently, I hate you.
Tom King. So
her dress was fabulous. The gay man in me was just like, oh my God, they look great. Yes. Anyways, I would love it. Michelle Pfeiffer just recently did a Instagram video or Twitter video where she's playing with her whip. She goes, "Look what I found."
Look what I found.
And it's just so cute, and it's her in the backyard whipping it. I love this. I would love to see her return. I think her and Keaton would look like a cute couple. I can see it in my head of them living in Wayne Manor. He's older. He's married to Selena. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I'd be 100% behind that.
Also, they both look great, and they're hot old people that I would just see just be campy Tim Burton era.
Yeah. While you're at it, just bring back the other women from that era. Bring back
Kim Basinger.
Bring back Nicole Kidman's Dr. Chase Meridian.
Yeah.
Because those are They from what I heard, they want to ignore Batman Forever.
No.
Batman Forever is a sequel It's a sequel to Batman Returns.
And Drew Barrymore is in that movie. I'm not getting get rid of her. Like, I want her to come back. I think her and Vivica A. Fox are in that one, or is Vivica A. Fox in Batman and Robin?
She might be in Batman and Robin.
I think she was Mr. Freeze's lady friend. I've helped bring back Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. I'm a different universe, but I'm down for it.
Why not?
But yeah, that's something interesting to see if we could hint at these other villains. Like, because this is a weird question. Multiverse, are those Tim Burton to Schumacher movies in a different multiverse, or are they all supposed to be one straight timeline?
They're all supposed
Alfred's
to be one straight
the same.
timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Alfred's the same. Commissioner Gordon's the same. They're supposed to be.
The only one we change is Harvey Dent. R.I.P. to Billy D. Williams being the best Harvey Dent ever. They should have kept him. Oh my God. Hell, bring him back.
Yeah. Bring him back. Make him accidentally meet with Tommy Lee Jones's Two-Face.
Oh, that would be. Oh man, especially both of them being older actors now and crazy. So yeah, what's your multiverse feelings when you heard this news? What was your crazy ass brain cooking up?
You know how they did Peter Cushing and Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
Bring back Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
Have what's his name? Brandon Routh.
Yeah.
Bring him back as the stand-in.
Yeah.
And then superimpose Christopher Reeve's face on his face.
You know, I'm also about to revisit these movies as well. I've been debating reviewing them when they're on HBO Max. For Flickering Myth, it's kind of an idea I've had because I've really only seen one. I don't remember two at all. So yeah, I would love to see him this character come back because that Batman or Superman Returns, is that one what that one was called with Brandon Routh?
With Routh, yeah.
Yeah, I would love to. That's in continuity.
A sequel to yeah. That's the original, like, never mind the other sequels. This is a direct sequel to 2.
Okay. And I mean, I love when movies have been doing that now. Yeah, I think that could be an interesting thing. And Brandon Routh's character was acknowledged on the Multiverse movies as well, or the thing he is Superman with the black around it. I always forget which one that
like
is.
The Kingdom Come one?
Yes, he was Kingdom Come Superman, which that one also had Tom Welling as Smallville Superman, which has given up his powers. That his little universe, he doesn't have powers anymore. Still cool to see him. He was awesome. He's a huge guy still. When they showed him, I was like, oh, you've just stayed in Superman build. Thank you. Yeah,
he hasn't been doing anything else.
I think it's really cool to see that this is a possibility. What other things do you think could happen here? We have some of these CW stuff. Do you think Stephen Amell could come to the big screen? Because he was a pretty decent Green Arrow, and I don't see anyone trying to do it again.
I'd be okay with that. I mean, I like him as a person.
I like him as a person.
I mean, from what I don't know him on a personal level, but
no, he seems very nice,
decent human being. And I mean, I like some of that Arrow show. Yeah,
it has saved him from his TV show he's doing with Cody Rhodes on Showtime as well.
Oh God,
they're doing a wrestling TV show.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, it's called something about being heels or faces. It's a little one of those.
Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, we could save Stephen Amell from that. Yeah, what else are you thinking of Multiverse when this comes up to you?
This is boring because it's the same. It's from the same thing that I just suggested. But Gene Hackman's still alive. Bringing his Lex Luthor.
Hell, I even think mixing this with Henry Cavill would be interesting. I mean, it's also, I think, just recently did an interview with Patrick Stewart, I believe yesterday, and says, I am open to returning. Like, I never want to give this role up. And look, I whatever he's been written as, aesthetically, he is such a good Superman. He has everything. Like, when I build him in my head, he is Superman. Like,
I like Cavill a lot. He has a good presence. He has a good demeanor. He just hasn't had good Superman material. Whatever you think of Zack Snyder and his, directorial prowess, I don't think that anybody involved with those movies knows anything about Superman or even likes Superman.
I think that's what it goes down to. I will always say Snyder purposely changed everything, but he knew what he was doing. He just doesn't
Mhm.
care about Superman. He knew what
Yeah.
every move he did that you're like, it's against Superman. He was like, oh, I know. Like, I'm doing this, and that doesn't excuse changing stuff just because you can. But yeah, I
Yeah.
think it is just really cool to see that this has potential. And I can't believe a new story breaking about Michael Keaton has this much power and what DC can do. Because in let's go to the other side. What could Marvel do to have this level? Is Robert Downey Jr. returning as Tony Stark the only thing that they could ever have to be on this level of like, holy hell, we just broke the internet in a way?
I think the only way you get this is, and it would have a very mixed reaction because a lot of people don't necessarily feel positive ways about it. But if you drag Tobey Maguire back as an older Peter Parker,
There has been a lot of Spider-Verse conversations about, there's so many fan images drawn where Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, and Tobey Maguire all meet up with each other. It would be cute. I would prefer it in the Spider-Verse movie where all of them could be animated and I don't have to see Tobey Maguire's face right now. But yeah, I think that would be a really interesting to see, and I think a cool moment, and I think there is a potential, and I think once DC does it, maybe even not to great extent, Marvel will come in and do their Disney polish to it and make it a little bit better. So
good. I don't really. I don't think that they have the material. I don't think they have the backlog to do that. Well, other than
Hasselhoff is Fury.
Could be that. I mean, I don't think he'd want to do it, but Jackman coming back as Wolverine, I think could get a pop.
Yep, I think that is the only way, and I would mark out for that. That would be. I love him in that role as much as he's definitely not Wolverine at all in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it took me a while to like him in that role. Once I realized that he really enjoyed doing it, that's when I kind of got on board with it.
And I mean, of course, my favorite role he's ever done in that is Logan, and that's his last time doing it. So it's like, oh, of course, the best. Oh, I'm a Logan fan. I forgot you're not.
I'm not a Logan fan. Maybe I just saw it too late. And everybody hyped it to me.
That one also hints at Marvel's multiverse away because that's in the future with so much of what they've done with, I mean, all the X-Men are dead. And, that one's an interesting thing too. So I think both brands have potential to start doing these. They're established. I think that's something always with DC where people are like, well, you get the wrong idea of Batman when he's not depicted in this certain way. And we've had 84 years of bazillion Batman incarnations. One grumpy Batman and Batman v Superman wasn't going to be like, well, no one's ever going to understand the character again. So that's why I'm comfortable with DC playing because they have the potential. Like everyone knows Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, even as the archetypes of these characters. Show me different multiverse versions. I mean, Wonder Woman, you can't really do it with. That's also the problem is DC has forced themselves to be a Batman Superman brand for decades and has never gave us the opportunity. Maybe Linda Carter.
Yeah. She's still alive, right?
Yeah, and she still looks wonderful. They always invite her to the premieres of these movies and stuff, and her and Gal Gadot have great photos of them together because they're both very iconic characters and stuff. So I would like to see it. Again, I still can't believe Michael Keaton saying, hi, I might want to return. Definitely opened up doors to Michelle Pfeiffer returning one day, superimposed Christopher Reeve. There's a lot you can do with this, and in
just
general,
this damn shame that they used the title Batman Returns for the second movie.
I mean, so dumb, so dumb. There's so many better names for that movie.
Because you could have pulled, like, if you could have brought him back as an older one and just been like, this is Batman Returns.
Yeah. So, just to wrap this up, do you have one more?
I should have brought this up in the last one, but I would like to see, with Michael Keaton being back, I would like to see them do a Batman Beyond.
I knew you were going to say it because he looks exactly how they animated. Michael Keaton now looks like the animated Batman Beyond Michael, Bruce Wayne, and I love him so much. He could do that. I mean, there's so many good young actors who play Terry McGinnis as well. I would love to see that. I think that's what I'm curious of when I'm just imagining in my head. Flash is running. He stops where he's at. Is it going to be a futuristic setting? What is his what is his Gotham going to look like when he gets there? Is it going to
Yeah, have it.
be Flashpoint Thomas Wayne, which Jeffrey Dean Morgan then would technically be that when, because he's in Batman v Superman, which, I mean, Jeffrey Dean Morgan as angry Thomas Wayne, you would get me. You would get me. I can't see Michael Keaton playing Thomas Wayne at all. He would have to be Batman. Like, he would have to be Bruce. But I don't know. That's because that's weird, because that would be completely changing Flashpoint, because when he comes back, if you don't know, Bruce Wayne gets shot. Thomas Wayne takes on the mantle of Batman in his own. Does he change his name, or is he Batman? I don't know if he's like angry steampunk Batman or something.
I don't know.
Yeah, and then Martha becomes Joker, which is fun. They don't really she doesn't get enough representation as her Joker. There's like 2-second scenes of that. That would
shit ain't my bag.
No, yeah, I know. Flashpoint is no one's bag ever. Though my favorite part of Flashpoint is the mascara and Atlantis fighting. I've always wanted that.
Isn't that some Jeff Johns shit? Didn't he write it?
It's Jeff Johns, of course. Yeah,
of course it's Jeff Johns. Yeah.
Though I hear Jeff Johns' Stargirl show is doing well, so yay for him. But yes, I do want to see Batman Beyond be the thing. I think that could be perfect. Give a new era. He could be that role. That's where we could have a new Batgirl, even though that doesn't fall exactly into the line. Batgirl and Batman Beyond Terry McGinnis, that could be very new and very fresh for the brand as well. Because I don't think Batgirl, other than she has to be with a character. Like, she can't just be by herself in a solo movie. That would be insane. But yeah, so I'm curious to see what this is going to be. This is going to be a big future. What do you guys think of the DC multiverse? How do you feel about this? How do you feel about Michael Keaton returning and the floodgates it's about to open? DC is going to get strange in the next couple years. It's always been strange. This poor brand, my favorite thing ever. I have DC pops everywhere. God, we've lived through a weird life being DC fans. Let me know what you guys think down below, what you feel about the multiverse. Comment down below. Subscribe to Flickering Myth if you like this video, because we make videos like this every single week. Give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy this as well. Alan, thank you so much for joining me. We've had a lot of discussions about a lot of nerdy things today. It has been really fun.
Yeah.
All right, guys, make sure you guys comment down below.